The new Lloydminster Nissan is moving. We'll be temporarily relocating to the Big Blue Building on Highway 16 West, formerly known as Border City RV. And before we have to tediously move every single vehicle on the lot, we'd rather sell it. You can save today on our incredible Nissan lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Move a new or pre-owned vehicle to your driveway with deep discounts. The moving out sale is on now at the new Lloydminster Nissan. The new Lloydminster Nissan. We won't sell you a car, we'll help you buy one.
Local people. Local news and events. Local sports. Local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, great to have you join us this morning. I'm Kurt Price with the new Lloydminster Nissan, and we're out here at the Lloyd X, back at the new Lloydminster Nissan. We are moving soon, getting closer and closer to the big move, which is out to Border City RV, and I've had a lot of people ask me, how long are you going to be out there? Well, we're probably going to be out there for about 4 months, and that's going to come up on December the 1st, and every day is going to be an indoor sale when we move out there. But before we move out there, we would rather sell the vehicles than drive them all the way out to Border City RV. That's going to be a lot of work. So the moving sale continues at the new Lloydminster Nissan. Yes, we are moving from our current location out to Border City RV, and then from there we will be moving right to our new location, which is on Highway 17 South, and you see the new building being built right now. But if you're looking for a new car, truck, or SUV, or a used vehicle, come out and see us at the new Lloydminster Nissan. And right now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, do not pay for 6 months OAC. It's like the Billy Joel song, Tyler. I'm moving out. We are moving out of where our current location. Tyler Lorenz is our guest today, and he's here to chat about a couple of events. Well, they're centered around Addictions Don't Discriminate. I'll say they're two separate events, but we're going to find out all about an interactive exhibit that includes an evening with Michael Landsberg next Friday. Well, if you are faced with cleanup from wind, fire, or water, or you're looking for help with mold or asbestos contamination or drug cleanup in your parking lot, call BioClean Disaster Services. They're a local company that will move quickly and help you get your life back to where it was before the disaster. Their focus is on taking care of you and your property, of course, and your possessions, but really it's about you and your family and keeping you up to date along the way with what is happening with the rebuild in your home. You can call a local company. You can call BioClean Disaster Services. You see their name on the swimming pool. You see them all around town. You see Jody and Sharon Herbis all around doing local events in the community. 1-833-246-8326. Why would you go anywhere else when BioClean Disaster Services is local? 1-833-246-8326. Well, we're here at the Lloydminster Exhibition, where the 45th edition of the Stockade Roundup is fully underway in its first full day today. Yesterday, Kayleen Locke and Gord King told us that the doors are open to the public all week long, and especially you don't want to miss the junior show, which happens right around 2 p.m. this afternoon. Another event that you do not want to miss is the Cattleman of the Year Award, and that's handed out on Friday here at the Lloydminster Exhibition, and this year the recipients are Ross and Eloise Coolidge.
So this year we have our Cattleman of the Year winner, Ross and Eloise Collins. I hope I said that right this time. So they're just south of Marshall in Lloydminster. Great family, very well worth of the award. Eloise has done so much in this community and for 4-H, and she was one of the founders of Eggette Days. All because when a bunch of school kids came out there, they were looking at the little pigs, and one girl says, "Nope, that's a cat." So Elrose knew there was an issue, so she went and brought it upon herself and started Eggette Days. So I know Kayleen's worked with her a lot more on the 4-H aspect of things, so I'll let her say a few words on it.
She's just, the amount of hours that ladies put into this building when it comes to anything in the 4-H side of stuff, even You'll see her here at Stockade. She'll be back in the office helping out wherever it's needed. It's phenomenal. I call her Mrs. C because she's watched me grow up, and it's just been great.
The doors are open here on the 45th Annual Stockade Roundup, and it is free to attend. And Paul was just telling me he's got a craving for steak now for supper. Beef. It's what's for dinner. While you're here at the Lloyd X, don't forget to get a Chase the A's ticket. Another draw tonight. That happens at 7:30 here at the Lloydminster Exhibition, and there are just 45 cards remaining in the deck. And with the help of Stockade Roundup, it could reach easily $38,000 and maybe even higher. And tickets are just $10 each, or you can purchase a package and improve your odds. And you can get all the details. There are 3 ways to purchase your tickets. You get all the details at lloydx.com. The Lloydminster District Co-op launched their Spread a Little Love Christmas campaign at the Co-op Marketplace this morning. This will be the 9th year, and once again you're asked to pick an ornament off of the Christmas tree, and from there you go out and buy that gift for a senior citizen. Those are available, those ornaments, at the Co-op Marketplace and also at their gas bar locations. The Co-op is also launching their Donut Poppy campaign today as well, and that's in support of 2 legions, the Lloydminster Legion. So if you purchase here in Lloydminster, some proceeds will go to the Lloydminster Legion, and in Neilburg to the Neilburg Legion in that community. Well, today is the deadline to nominate a business for the Downtown Marketing Contest with Dark and Red Bicycle Communications. Red Bicycle's Jill Kelly told us that nominating a business is really, really easy.
It's a really straightforward process. You just go onto Red Bicycle's website, it's redbicycle.com, super easy, and then there's a downtown contest tab, a page, and so you just go through, it's step by step, it's who's the business, are they in the downtown border, and if you're unfamiliar with is this building actually located downtown, there's a map for you. We try to make it as easy as possible, and you submit that saying that this is the business I want, yes they're downtown, this is a little blurb about why I think that they could win it, and then it gets emailed to our team. We review, and if they are in that downtown border and they meet the criteria, which is super simple, it's basically that they're downtown and that they're a local business, so no big corporations or franchises, etc. But a local business, then we email them and say, hey, congrats, you've been nominated. Here's the form you need to fill out. And again, it's a pretty straightforward process.
The B. Fisher Foundation has partnered with Flora and Company, and they're offering Flora and Company Greenhouse to offer custom Christmas designs for the Christmas season. Now, their deadline to order and support B. Fisher, which you can go to bfisher.com, is today as well. Get your orders in to brighten your home or office with some wreaths or some planters, and you'll also be helping out with B. Fisher, of course, because they get a portion of those proceeds. The Lloydminster Lions are hosting a free Grey Cup watch party on Sunday, November 19th at the Kinsman Hall. The first 125 people who purchase a Grey Cup poll ticket will RSVP to that, and you must do so by November the 12th. Snacks will be provided. Drinks are $5, with beef on a bun also available for $5, and they're also giving away a 55-inch TV, RSVP, to the Lloydminster Lions. Well, completion of the downtown construction on 50th Street has been pushed back. If you watched our interview with the mayor, Gerald Albers, he hinted strongly that that would be the case, but he said they're also asked him about also providing compensation for those downtown businesses, and he said that was a slippery slope. We also talked to the mayor about the city implementing, for the first time ever in our city that anybody can remember anyway, parking bans come into place this winter. And the mayor told us that there will be a grace period.
When it snows, you better be basically on priority 1 and 2 streets. You better be aware that you will likely get a note left on your window, and 2 or 3 saying your vehicle next year. We are moving. This is becoming a designated snow route, and it has been, and it's a no parking zone now. You may see street where our administration indicated they're looking at permanent signs for those routes, but that's a process we'll get down to. This is a little bit of a change. So, rather than simply come in and say, bang, starting today, we're saying it's there, but we're also giving a year's grace. So this winter, you won't get towed, but I can tell you come the winter of 2024, when it snows in October, November, December, and they're out plowing. They will be towing. Our bylaw team will be working with in advance, and they'll be one day ahead of the grader and the plows, and they will be getting vehicles cleared off the street if you haven't moved that. So I think this is one of those steps. We often talk about our city being a very the feel of a small town. This is now making it feel like a little more, not that I want to lose that small town feel, but we want to do the best job possible. We want to be, it's the safety of the people.
And a reminder, you can check out that show from last Thursday on the Live with Kurt Price Facebook page or wherever you get your podcasts, and also by searching Live with Kurt Price on YouTube. Well, it's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a whole lot quicker. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, you can call Superior Water and ask about Superior Water's under the sink reverse osmosis at 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste. I believe it is superior to anyone else's water. Superior Water open on 57th Avenue Monday to Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 5. Plus, of course, they have their coin-operated location beside 7-Eleven just off Highway 17 South. Tyler Lorenz is here to talk to us about Addictions Don't Discriminate. We're going to find out all about this interactive event. Plus, of course, Michael Landsberg, who will be in Lloydminster 1 week from Friday. That's when we come back here at the Lloydminster Exhibition.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to support the communities we live in. When you support Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, you are supporting local nonprofits and initiatives. Since 2020, we have donated $60,000 to local nonprofits, youth sponsorships, and various special projects. When was the last time your insurance company did that?
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with a Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
Hey, welcome back to the Lloydminster Exhibition. I'm Kurt Price with the new Lloydminster Nissan, and Tyler Lorenz is our guest today. Tyler is the director at Residents in Recovery, and they have an interactive display that will be featured next week out at the Black Box Theatre, and Michael Landsberg is coming to Lloydminster as well. So Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you coming down and chatting with us. You reached out last week and said, hey, we have this event coming with Michael Landsberg. Let's start, though, with Addictions Don't Discriminate, the exhibit.
Sure. Yeah, so it's an interactive exhibit. It's going to be at the Black Box Theatre. A couple years ago, we had the Opioids Don't Discriminate exhibit actually just at the Civic Center there. It was kind of COVID time, so it was a little trickier to put on. We got no COVID this year, so at least I don't have any COVID concerns. So,
well, you were saying last night you were out with 35 kids.
Yeah, so, I mean, you don't test, you don't have COVID.
Yeah.
Problem solved. So,
yeah. But this year you're going to be a little bit busier.
Yeah, with the exhibit. I'm hoping we get some good traffic through there. It's going to be at the Black Box Theatre. Tuesday through Saturday. So Tuesday to Friday, 2 to 6. Saturday, 10 to 4. Come on down. Walk through the exhibit. It's an opportunity to really open your mind about how addictions or mental health, really can affect anybody. It's not just socioeconomic issue. It's not just a specific work job issue. It really truly can affect anybody.
Tyler, who is it for? Like, who would you like to see come out and take a look at the exhibit?
Honestly, I want that person that really thinks that addictions is an issue that only affects those people that walk around downtown near homeless or unhoused. Those people. I really want that person that thinks that addiction will never affect them. I want that person to come through and really see the stories of the people that the real life stories that the exhibit really walks you through are real people, and they come from all walks of life, and truly addiction can affect anybody.
Just spreading on that a little bit, what are people going to see when they come down?
Yeah, so there is the real life stories of 5 different individuals. Kind of walks you through their experiences, how they what led them into a life of addiction, and where they're at now, right? And we're going to have some residents recovery residents that will be on hand as well, and share their experience with people that come through the exhibit. Really, what was their life like? Why did they fall into addiction? And I think people would be really surprised that this truly can happen to anybody. And same with mental health. I mean, addiction is just another mental health issue, and it really needs to be treated as a health issue. And I want people to really understand that this is a treatable illness, right? And the stigma is what is preventing individuals from getting help, and we really need to break that stigma down so that we don't have addictions plaguing our community.
Are these 5 people who have gone through Residents in Recovery?
No. This was an exhibit that was done in Strathcona County. They did the Opiates Don't Discriminate exhibit as well. It was well received, and it travels all throughout Western Canada. So we've taken it on as a project in partnership with the Lloyd Area Drug Strategy and the City of Lloydminster Healthy Communities grant as well. So.
You mentioned there'll be some interactive, like you'll have some members of Residents in Recovery on site. Tyler, how is it hard to get people to do that kind of stuff, or are they happy, willing to share their story?
Yeah, I mean, our residents, they're proud people in recovery, right? Keeping silent isn't the way to do things anymore. I mean, being silent about your mental health issue, your addiction, that's not, that's old ways of looking at it, right? We need to be out there and make people that are struggling in silence know that there are others that have gone through this, right? Because that's the only way that we can really get people to share their stories and get better. I mean, being in silence doesn't get you better.
There's a lot of the old ways that we don't, I think it takes a while to get rid of that.
For sure.
Like,
Generations.
Does this help?
Absolutely. I mean, when you think about it, 30 years ago, we used to lock people up in sanitariums for having anxiety or depression. I mean, that's not the way we do things anymore, and nor does that. I mean, people go crazy, literally, when you lock them up and keep them contained over things that, we know today to be treatable, right? And people still have some of that mentality, right? We don't lock people up anymore and throw away the key. I mean, it's just, we don't even have sanitariums anymore, right? Because they're not effective. And we've come so far in our understanding of mental health in the brain, that these things are treatable now.
How is residence recovery doing? How are you guys, like, how many people come through you?
Yeah, I mean, we've never been busier. I mean, all of our programs have such extensive waiting lists. I mean, when I started this, it was really about breaking down those barriers and allowing people to get help as soon as they possibly can. And that's just not the reality anymore. I think our residential sober living programs, yesterday the waiting list was at 72. Our family treatment program, we have 17 families waiting to get in. I mean, we're talking about months of waiting lists. So it's just, there's no capacity in the system.
Everybody knows you're invested, Tyler. Everybody sees your interaction with residents in recovery and with people. Do you keep in touch with everybody that comes through there? Or are you really proud of the people who go off and you never hear from them again? Don't have to worry about that person, or I know that's hard to say because you probably do worry about every person.
Oh,
that comes
for sure.
Through, but I've wondered that because, like,
I stay in touch. I stay in touch with a lot of our former clients, whether they're doing well or whether they're not. Right? We've had a lot of clients that have come through and done very well. Some of them have come back and worked for us. I think we've had like 12 former residents work for Residents in Recovery, and we have a number of them that work for us now. Many of them, that is what they strive to do. And as soon as somebody's 2 years clean, they can come work for Residents in Recovery. And we have lots of great employees that have gone through our program. And then there's lots in the community that some work out at Thorpe, some are going to school. I think we have 5 or 6 that are at Lakeland right now, and it's really good to stay in touch with them. And then we have some that, go out on their own and don't quite have it handled, and then they come back. And we have lots of returning clients as well. So I do stay in touch with a lot of them.
Good. Nice to hear. Is it free? Is it a free interactive?
Yeah.
Are you taking donations at the door or anything?
The exhibit is completely free. Obviously we always accept donations, but it's certainly not a requirement. Just go through and really educate yourself about addiction and about mental health, right? It's really important to create a healthy community that we do have empathy for those people that do struggle with things that we don't understand.
Friday night, and you mentioned people that you'd never suspect would have a problem or this illness.
Yeah.
And one of those guys is Michael Landsberg, and he's been very open on off the record years and years ago about his struggles. And he was always really fun to watch. I think we were all disappointed when they took off the record off the air. But Michael's story. Maybe he's coming to Lloydminster. Let's start with what his story is.
Yeah, and I mean, Michael's a perfect example of that. I mean, here you have a veteran newscaster, a sports icon, media icon. Really, he was with TSN since inception, and he comes out and really shares his struggles with mental health. Right? They're truly showing that nobody's immune. I mean, this is a guy that really, for all intents and purposes, has everything going for him. Has a great life, and he's struggling with mental health, and he still struggles with mental health. It's not something that is curable. It's not an issue that just goes away. And he's going to share a bit about his story. I had an interview with him this morning, and he talked a bit about, how he's still on medication, and he still struggles every day with that. And addiction's no different. Addiction is just another mental health illness, and it's not something that just magically goes away someday, right?
Yeah, you
Something
can
we
see
need
that
to do
interview on primetime local news today.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Tonight or tomorrow, I can't remember what they
one of
said.
them.
Yeah.
His story is, he's been so open about it as well. Yeah. Who do you want to come to see him? Like, who do you think will benefit from seeing him?
I think, he is such a well-known mental health advocate and speaker. I would love to sell out the Vic Juba and have everybody come out and show their support for somebody like Michael. I mean, he's got such an incredible story. He's a really, many people haven't seen him since Off the Record, right?
Yeah.
And if you like TSN's Off the Record, come out and check it out, because, nothing's changed. He's still the same guy.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about, he's at the Vic Juba Theater.
Yeah. So
do you guys get total proceeds from the event?
So we've paid for Michael to come out.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'd love to sell out, obviously, and raise a little bit of money for Residents of Recovery. I think we need to sell 300 tickets to break even. So we have a ways to go. I think there's easily 400 tickets left available. So yeah, come on out. Tickets are only $37.50. It's such a cheap show, and you're going to get your money's worth for sure. So
Yeah, I $37.50 at vicjubatheater.ca.
vicjubatheater.ca.
Yeah. Friday night. What time does it start?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got quite the story. Anything else you want to mention, Tyler, about the Addictions Don't Discriminate display, interactive exhibit, or Michael Landsberg?
I really want the community to show their support for people that struggle with mental health. It really does explain a lot about a community when they're really supporting those people that struggle the most. So come out and show your support and learn a little bit about addiction and mental health at the same time.
How has that support been in the community, Tyler?
We wouldn't be where we are today without the community's support. The community has stepped up time and time again to really stand behind Residents of Recovery. We do a lot in the community for supporting the unhoused and those that struggle with mental health and addictions, and we'll continue to do so. So yeah, come on out and show your support.
This time of year, Tyler, it's kind of scary when you see people on the streets. I'm going from place to place and I'm running in because I'm cold.
Yeah.
It really.
Winter's always a tough time, especially for our unhoused, and there's lots of stuff going on in the background. I'm hoping the men's shelter gets a drop-in center option open again. We'll continue to support the street teams. You can drop off winter clothing at our drop box at our front door, or we can come pick it up. It's really important to make sure that people are warm. Every year we have some people that lose some feet and fingers and toes because they freeze, and most years we've lost people because they froze to death as well. So it's really important that we do support these people.
How do you find out more information about Residents in Recovery, Tyler?
Residentsinrecovery.com, or stop on by. We're always happy to show anybody around that wants to stop in and see what we have to offer. You won't really see our houses in the community, even though you've seen all of our houses in the community. You'll never know that they're there still. But yeah, thanks to the community for all their support over the years.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thank you very much, Kurt.
Really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tyler Lorenz with Residents in Recovery. And Addictions Don't Discriminate starts on the 7th. And Michael Landsberg in town on Friday night, next Friday night,
the 10th,
at 7 o'clock at the Vic Juba Theater. Now, the Motley Troupe, this is the group that is formerly known as House of Paws. They're doing their dinner theater again this year, and they've picked out 3 different charities. We're going to find out about the show and about the cast and about those charities tomorrow. And we're going to be interviewing not only the organizers of this event, but the cast as well. We did that with How Could You, Mrs. Dick, and had an absolute blast. And now we're going to do that with the cast of Lagoon, which opens November the 30th. All the details coming up on tomorrow's show on Live with Kurt Price.